Can you do your best to describe genuine freedom?
I, myself, like everyone else here, I don't believe that I've actually experienced it. Genuine freedom. And I don't believe I've ever experienced it either. And the only thing that I fall back on is what Visaya said, so many years ago when we talked about, when I asked the question, what's going to happen to us? What's going to happen to us? And he said to be unconditionally free and responsible for oneself without being coerced to accept some higher authority. Now, taking that and seeing how the A's live, I totally get where he's coming from. Each one of those people that I've observed, and it's a given, my exposure has been limited to 91 days. That's other than the contacts, but that was just with really two beings. But to see them as a society, and my exposure to them was just limited to that window, and I didn't see all of it, okay? They're eager to laugh, they're devoted to family, they are devoted to each other, and it works. It absolutely works. There is just this code of behavior, of respect amongst all the people, because the children see the adults acting that way, and the children grow up to be that way, and they understand that how they are, how they act, how they respect and treat each other is how future generations will act towards the same. And it's called the law of consistency. It doesn't mean one or two maybe go rogue, okay? But, when you have a 90 percentile or higher of people who are benevolent, you're good. You're good. Your society is healed and it's strong. That's the only example I have, but I don't know that I myself, like those of us here, have ever lived that way. Down here we always got someone telling us what to do. And most of it's wrong. A lot of it's wrong. I mean, the bureaucracies that have been created to enslave us has essentially created so many rules and regulations that they've almost outlawed everyday life. Almost everything is a crime. It's ridiculous. And that's where you get back to what you said, JP, about common sense. People have just gotten to a place where they're like, we've had enough of this. You can't breathe without violating the law. And yet these corporations poison the air so that you can't breathe. But they get to walk, and we're the ones who are being punished, just as an example. It's lunacy. And I am looking forward to the experience of actually feeling and knowing that I'm free. And then maybe we'll do a webinar well, maybe nobody will give a shit at that point about the webinars, because we'll all be, woo, we're free, we're good. You know, free at last, thank God we're free at last. You know, maybe it'll be like that. So
You'll be in a stadium, Alex. You won't be in a library room.